morning, everybody. It is Monday, January 8th, 2024. It has been a hot minute since I have been here. I have post-concussion syndrome and I have been dealing with a lot of issues with that and a lot of migraines. So it's been like 4 months. Yeah, so there is a lot to show, a lot that I have knit, but really mostly socks because that's kind of all I have the capacity for. I'm not going to show everything. I just kind of picked the most recent because if I was going to show everything, this would be a 2-hour long podcast. My name is Heather. I am Wheelhouse Knits. I am coming to you from just outside of St. John, New Brunswick, Canada, where I live with my husband, Adam, and my 5-year-old son, Sawyer. I'm off work today. It is a Monday. I worked yesterday, so I'm off. I just came from concussion clinic. I grabbed a Starbucks. Cinnamon dolce latte, my favorite. And I'm hunkering down to talk some knitting. Thank you for being so patient. I've had a couple people message me and ask when I am recording, but I just couldn't do it. I just wasn't feeling myself. So here I am. I feel good today. I have a massage later. I think Adam and I might go out for lunch because he's off today too. He goes back to work he goes back to work tomorrow. Yeah, I hope everybody had a happy holidays and got to spend some time with their loved ones. I was actually off this Christmas. I worked last Christmas. Adam worked this Christmas. But yeah, it was busy. Sawyer was home with us for the full 2 weeks of school break. It's his first day back at school today, praying for the teachers, but I think he's happy to be back. Anyways, thanks for listening to my ramble. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I am currently working on. This is the first thing I am working on. This is in a new bag since I have chatted with you last. This is a Sandy by the Lakeside bag. I got this in one of her before Christmas updates. I am a reader and I set a goal of 55 books to read last year. I don't read a lot of novellas. I read like full-length books. So I read a few of those, but my books are like usually 500 pages plus. So I've worked hard to reach that goal and I just reached it last year. And this was my little treat for doing that. So this is my new bag, Sandy by the Lakeside. I had their Shirley Bryan Advent this year. I had it last year as well. And this is the skein of yarn that came with my Advent. I cast these on I think I cast them on Christmas Eve. You were supposed to, this was like the 25th skein, but I opened it a day early because Adam was home and he offered to wind my yarn and I wanted to do these for my Christmas Eve cast on. So this is the sock set that came with the Advent that I purchased. It was an add-on, I think. It is Shirley Bryan yarn in Aurora. And I actually got 2 sock sets with this kit. I don't really know how I did that. I obviously ordered that option. Don't know. I am done 1 sock. So it came with the mini and it came with the yarn. So this is the first sock here. So I knit all my socks on 9-inch circulars, heel flap and gusset. That's what fits me best. And I did get some pooling here. This does not bother me. And it would never be enough to bother me that I would want to do an afterthought heel or anything like that. I have a really high instep, so the heel flap and gusset is what fits me best. This is just a vanilla sock. I use Nancy Wheeler-KnitSipHappy-heel's toe. I use her heel flap just because I test knit all of her patterns. So the numbers stick in my head from doing them so often. So yeah, I'm done the first one. I'm really happy with this. And I am on the second one. So I have the cuff, the leg, and the heel flap done. I literally, yesterday after I got off work, I worked 7 to 7. I picked up the heel flap and gusset stitches. So I have not even done one decrease. This is ready to go. And I have a lot of acquisitions since I've seen you last, because I've gone to a couple festivals, missed a couple festivals, and I've placed some orders, and we had Christmas. So this was a treat that I got myself from Sucra Miniatures. It's like a little Christmas cookie plate. I hope you can see it. It is adorable. So there's like some sugar cookies, snowflakes, there's a little candy cane on a plate. It is so cute. I needed some new Christmas charms. So this is ready to go for the second sock. You're gonna see a lot of vanilla socks because I can read and knit, and I don't have to think about it. I don't have to look at it. It's mentally mind numbing for me, and sometimes that's all I can do. So that's the first one. The second one is my last of my Christmas socks that I knit this year. So this is Deep Stash. Oh, I was looking for the second sock. There is no second sock. This is the only one. So this is Madeline Tosh. It was just in my scraps bin. I can't remember what colorway this is. So this is, I don't think this dyer dyes anymore. Rock and String Creations. This is years deep in my stash, and it's the colorway Merry and Bright. So it's self-striping yarn. It's really festive. I love it. So I cast this on, I had to work on the 23rd, and I cast this on before I went to work that day, and I've just been picking it up and working on it. It's kind of been in a little bit of a timeout just because I cast on my Christmas Eve socks. So I cast on the 23rd and the 24th. There's never too many vanilla socks. So 9-inch circulars. I actually did a longer cuff. I don't know what it is. I usually do 20 rounds of a cuff. And then I've been doing 24 on this pair and the other pair I just showed. And I really like a long cuff. But once I hit that like 15, I just want the cuff to be done. But it is worth it to stick it out for me. I don't know why those last like 9 rounds feels like a slog. So this is done. I brought this to the movies with me, and I got a little out of control with the leg because it was dark and I couldn't see how far I was. So I actually knit 75 rounds for the leg and then a 24 round cuff, which is longer than I normally do. And I just got through the gusset decreases last night after work. So that is that. Sock number 1, and it is in my creative knitter bag. I had the Advent, not this year, not last year, but the year before, and this came with my Advent, and I love it. It's so cheerful. So that is my last Christmas sock. I have some others that I have finished that I'll show you a little later. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, put this back before I lose it. Okay, this is, I don't know where this bag is from, but it's beautiful. Butterflies remind me of my grandmother. There is no tag. This sock, if you are not aware, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, those are 2 very popular books right now. They're both written by Rebecca Yarros. I'm done reading Fourth Wing. I am on Iron Flame and I am almost done. They're very good. And this yarn, there was 1 skein of yarn released per book by Rhubarb and Honey. So this is their tag. So this is the Fourth Wing colorway. It's 80/20. I'm pretty sure this came vacuum sealed. So shipping, I'm pretty confident. I think it did. Yes, it did. So this is the Fourth Wing colorway. I cast this on when I started reading the Fourth Wing sock, and then I got distracted by Christmas yarn. So this is Fourth Wing. It's been in a bag and it is a little bit squished. I apologize, but I need to finish this up. I think my mom would really like this colorway too. That is a much better view of it. So same thing as always for my vanilla socks. And this little charm or progress keeper was included with it. It is so cute. So, I love this. I just grab a vanilla sock and pick it up and bring it in the car. I knit when I'm reading. When Adam's home, he drives everywhere. So I'm passenger princess and I knit. It's lovely. Or if we go out to dinner or lunch, and put my tag away. I'll lose it if I don't. So that's my third vanilla sock. I actually ordered, so that was the Fourth Wing colorway, and the Iron Flame colorway, if you've read the books, it's Violent Violet. So this is after the main character. Oh, I got a big fur. So I love purple. So this is beautiful. So this will be the next one I knit up. And this is why I know it came vacuum sealed, because the tag came separate and I can't find my tape. So I need to get some. Sawyer has taken to using tape in his craft bin. So he's doing a lot of art with tape in his room during quiet time. So I don't currently have any. So that is the second colorway. I have one more vanilla sock. This is in my favorite sock bag by Studio Britta. I love this. I have a Christmas one too with my name on it. And I was bringing it to work and knitting like in the mornings before work. I'd go early and I'd always get so many compliments on it. So this is also from the Creative Knitter. It is the Dirty Dancing colorway. So I did a pop of color at the cuff, and I did my other cuff in the main color, which this is just Dirty Dancing, and it came with a black mini and then the pink. And there's like little specks. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like kind of little specks of the black through the yarn at times. So this is obviously Johnny and Baby. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. I cast it on, I watched the movie, made Adam watch it with me. I love this colorway. So this has definitely been put on the back burner while I've been working on Christmas socks and Christmas knitting. But again, vanilla sock. I just got to pick up. I think I've just done the heel flap and picked up the gusset. So back to it. And that is Dirty Dancing. Okay, my last sock is not a vanilla sock. I know. But it's a really easily memorable, no, brain can't compute this one. It's a really easy pattern to memorize. So it's, but I need to like focus on it. I can't read and knit it. So it's not knit as often. Okay, this is in my, I think this is Utterly Adorable. Yeah, Utterly Adorable. This is an old bag. It is all the Broadway shows. So I love Broadway. Rent and Hamilton are two of my favorites. So I had to get this bag when I saw it. And this is the Rhinebeck Roomies sock pattern by Kay, sorry for the crinkles, Kay Litton. Crazy sock lady. Probably hard to tell. This is a paid for pattern. I am using my Homespun House sock set. It is Dancing in the Street. So Homespun House. We settled our contract this year, or in 2023, we settled our contract with my work, and I placed an order as a little treat from Homespun House. I got a couple sock sets because shipping to Canada is bonkers. So this was a treat because the shipping, and it's nobody's fault. Like, this is not up to dyers. This is not up to anybody. It's just shipping to Canada is insanely expensive. So this was a treat because I can't often justify it. So this is the sock set. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, yeah. I love this so much. And this is, I've just knit the leg. I did it exactly as the pattern called for. I did the heel flap that she calls for in her pattern. The numbers are slightly different than the one that I'm used to knitting from Nancy. So I have to remember to keep knitting what I've already started knitting. And I just picked up. All of my socks seem to be at the same spot. It's like I got them to the heel flap and then I gave up on them. I do really love this pattern, and it's so squishy. So squishy. I feel like it's going to be really fun to knit or to wear once it's done being knit. And I think because of the contrast, I will have enough for a second set. I do have some plans. I have some dream knitting that I would like to accomplish for next Christmas for my mother. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. But like some of these leftovers, I'm kind of eyeing for my mission. Okay, that is my last sock project. One more drink of coffee. If you know me at all, you know that I love brioche. It is my favorite stitch to knit. I love it. I've knit a lot of brioche. I haven't knit much in the last few years just because I really can only handle simple brioche or like smaller projects that I don't have to think about very much right now with everything I have going on. But this is like a super simple brioche. The shaping is done by slip knits and knit two together, so it's not done in brioche at all. It's big. I would say beginner brioche. So if you're looking for a brioche project to knit, this is lovely. This is a pattern that I am testing. It is called the Turning Roads Cowl. It will be the Turning Roads Cowl by Raina. I'm not gonna pronounce the last name properly. She is Happy Knitting Sheep on Instagram. I'll tag it below. So this is my start of my cowl. So it's a Mobius cowl. So once you're done knitting it, you twist it intentionally and then you graft the ends together and it is a cowl. Brioche blocks out beautifully and it grows. So this could not be simpler to knit. Like, it looks really intricate, but the way that the pattern has you shape it, it's very clever. It is very easy. A lot of people are intimidated by brioche, but if you, there's incredible videos out there on YouTube. If anybody ever needs any suggestions, send me a message on Instagram, because that's how I learned, and I love brioche. I just don't feel currently that I can fix a really complicated pattern. Like, I have knit some really complicated brioche in the past and have made mistakes and have fixed them, and I felt like I could accomplish that with no problem. I don't really think that I can do that right now, but this is so easy and so simple. It's intuitive. You can read your knitting. I'm not really even looking at the pattern. It's basically knitting and purling with a little bit of shaping. I actually find two color brioche much easier to read your knitting and to learn than one color brioche, because you, based on which color row you're on, you can tell. Like I just find it so much easier, especially if you're fixing mistakes. So this is a work in progress. It will be coming out, the test knits due like mid-January, so it will be coming out soon, and I will show you when I've completed it. This is, the dark purple is Hedgehog, and the light purple is part of the Blooming Lovely collection from Gingersnapthat that Nancy had collaborated on. I ordered a skein, so this, I love purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors, purples and mints and teals, if you can't tell. So this is coming soon. There is a hat already. Uh-oh. Excuse me. There's a hat already with this pattern on it. So I'm excited about this. I love a cowl and I love a Mobius, and it's really easy. It also doesn't have a ton of stitches, so you make progress really, really quickly. So that is the only thing that I am working on that's kind of not vanilla. And I am on a deadline for that, but I'll get that done, no problem. So yeah, that's kind of it for my whips. I do have like some blankets and a sweater on the needles, but because of Christmas, I did a lot of gift knitting this year, which I don't normally do. But because of that, I haven't been working on them. I didn't knit a single Advent project this year. I only focused on socks, which is unusual for me, but I just didn't have the mental capacity for more than that. So I'm just trying to meet me where I am. Yeah, so I did open my Advent, and I got the Shirley Bryan Advent, and I will make a blanket with it eventually, but I still haven't finished last year's blanket. I'm so close to being done. But yeah, I want to finish that before I start anything new, and I don't know what I'm going to make yet. I'll have to see. So that is it for whips. I'm going to move into my finished objects. There's a lot of socks. I did knit several things for Christmas for my family members, and I'll put them on the screen because they've been gifted, but I did take some pictures. The first thing I knit is a pair of Opal socks for my dad. I've knit him one pair of socks before, but I was using 2.75 millimeter needles at that time, and now I use 2.25, and I feel like I've perfected kind of like my sock recipe for Adam, and my dad is the same size as Adam, so I wanted to try again with what I thought would be like a better fitting sock. He wears thick socks a lot, like when he goes out to snowblow and stuff. And so I gifted him them for Christmas. He said they fit perfectly. And actually, I didn't expect him to be wearing them just on an everyday kind of basis thing. I expected it would be like, I'm going out to snowblow and I'm putting them on or something like that. And when we went over on Christmas Day for dinner, he was wearing them. I didn't say anything about it because it's like, you know, you don't want to like spook him. But he did text me and tell me how much he loved them, and then told me in person. So I think I'm going to get him another ball of Opal to make another pair. Because if he will wear them, I will knit them. Because it's just, I have lots of vanilla socks, so might as well make them for my parents. They help out a ton with Sawyer, like taking him to daycare in the morning when Adam and I are at work. So we're so grateful. So if a pair of socks shows how grateful we are, I'm happy to knit them. So that's what I made for my dad. Again, I made my mom a rider cowl and a hat from Purl Soho. I'll put pictures on the screen here. The lighting on my picture isn't very good, but I was in a rush to get them wrapped. The rider cowl was super quick to make. It took me less than a week. I used Malabrigo yarn. It's super squishy. I loved the cowl. The hat, I didn't really like how it turned out. I blocked it and I wasn't happy with how it blocked out. Like the ribbing is now like way up her head, which is good because she has I guess it works out for her because her ears get really cold. So that's why I wanted a double brimmed hat. I did not block it aggressively, and I used a balloon, and I did it an inch smaller than her head. Like I measured the circumference of her head and I did it even smaller than that. And that usually works perfectly for me when I block my hats. But this time it just, I don't know. I wasn't super thrilled with it. But she loves it, and she says that the double brim keeps her head nice and warm, but it just looks a little funny to me. So I don't know. She seems to be happy with it. So I made those for my mom. Like 2 weeks before Christmas, my neighbors had a little chat at the bus stop. I was at work. And then I get a message from our group chat. There's 3 little kids in our neighborhood, our son Sawyer, and then there's another little boy and a little girl that live like across the street and diagonal to us. They're all the same age. So the little girl has this knit mouse, and every morning they're almost late for the bus because Mousy needs to get dressed for school. So she gets Mousy dressed for school, and then she goes on the school bus and Mousy goes home with her parents. So the conversation while I was at work was that Mousy only has one outfit and Mousy needs more outfits, and the parents were like looking online to find clothes. They couldn't find any. Mousy was hand knit. I don't actually know by who, but they couldn't find clothes that would fit Mousy. So that was something she asked for Christmas. So then our neighbor, who his wife doesn't knit, he is not a crafty person, he was like, well, Heather can just whip some up. Meanwhile, Adam is like, abort, like, because he knows I've got gift knitting for my parents to do. I've got Christmas socks on the go. Like, things don't just like a magic wand appear when you're a knitter. It takes time and it takes effort, and like it's 2 weeks till Christmas and I'm working full time. So anyways, he kind of put his foot in his mouth a little bit, but it's fine. I looked up the pattern and I actually was able to find the pattern for Mousy. It was by Louise Crowther. And it's a book actually of several adorable knitted animals. And I was able to find the book on Kindle Unlimited, and the animals all look to be about the same size, but Mousy, whoever knit Mousy, sewed her pants on and her shoes on. So I was kind of limited in what I could knit Mousy, but I'll put a picture in of what I did. I just chose some of the garments from the other animals and used scraps and knit them up. I knit a little purse for Mousy, I knit a dress, and I knit a sweater. So they did knit up fairly quickly. Little things are sometimes so fiddly, and like all of the weaving in the ends and sewing on the buttons, oh my God, I was done. But Amelia, the little girl, was so excited, so it was worth it. Now they're even later for the bus in the morning because they have to get Mousy dressed with more outfit options, but that's okay. And she immediately asked me if I would knit something else for a different animal, and I was like, no. Not right now. Maybe next Christmas. So Mousy has a new wardrobe, and so that was all my gift knitting, I think, for Christmas. Yeah, Mousy, the socks for my dad, and the hat and the cowl for my mom. Oh, I think I gifted my mom an antler hat too that I had already knit. Yeah, I gifted her an antler hat that I had already knit that was just hanging on the back. It was like in my gift knit pile because I wasn't sure about the Purl Soho hat. So I gifted her that too. Because when we went to the Santa Claus parade, she was complaining that she needed a new hat. So with like a wink, wink. So that is that. Those are the things I don't have to show. Okay, I'll start showing the ones I've got finished. So it's been 4 months. There are summer knits, there are fall knits, there are Christmas knits in here. These are a shorty Halloween sock, Area 51, a Madeline Tosh leftover skein that I found from Stash. This is Horrorland. I have to look at my notes for these because I'll never remember. So contrast heels, toes, and cuffs. That is just Stash yarn. Area 51 Horrorland. This was a 50-gram set. And yeah, all my notes are on my Ravelry page for how many rounds I did. So those are knits, and I haven't really worn any of these because I kept thinking I'll save them and I'll record, and then that didn't happen, and it didn't happen, and it didn't happen. So now I have a ton of new socks to wear. Okay, that's the first pair. The second pair, I love these. These are, I think I was knitting these last time. These are electric boots from the Wool Baron. So this was a contrasting mini that came with it. I love, love, love this colorway. I actually had some leftovers of this, and I knit a shorty pair for one of my coworkers who needed a little pick me up. So Wool Baron electric boots, love it. Okay. So my next pair is from one of my all-time favorite yarn dyers, Nomadic Yarns. I love self-striping yarn. She's the first person I bought self-striping yarn for, and I continue to buy. I just love her colorways. Again, this is the same green that I used in the Area 51 socks. It's a Nomadic Yarns. I can't remember the colorway name. It just became a contrast for heels, toes, and cuffs. This is a Gilmore Girls colorway, and it's called Oi with the Poodles. So I had originally knit these up. Well, I had knit one sock up years ago before I kind of like, again, perfected my sock formula. And then I never knit the second one because it lingered. And then in the time that it was in the bag, I kind of perfected what fits my foot and my preferred method. So then I never knit the second one because I knew it wasn't going to fit properly. So I ended up just throwing out the first one, and I knit a new pair. Both are done. I knit a new pair with the leftover yarn because I had enough. I did contrast heels, toes, and cuffs again for both of them so that I would have enough. And this is Nomadic Yarns, Away with the Poodles. So lots of vanilla sock knitting happening over here, which is probably the only reason I completed my book goal last year. Okay, these next two socks are tests that I did for Nancy Wheeler-KnitSipHappy. So the first one is a toe up sock. I can't remember if I showed this or not. I don't think I have. So I'm going to show it because if it's been shown, it deserves to be shown again. These are the Dune Grass socks by Nancy Wheeler. This is in Sweet Skein of Mine sock set Bunny Tracks colorway. So this is a lovely toe up pattern with the little dunes here, dune grass. This was so fun to knit. And then a contrast cuff. And there is some, I'll show you on the back. This is the back. Just a little extra grip on the back there. I love these so much. I've already worn them. I couldn't save these. So I just love these. So, so cute. So those were a test I did for Nancy. These are also a test I did for Nancy. These are so fun. These are the Crooked Cube socks. These are a cuff down. I have been saving these ones to show. This is the yarns of Richard DeVray, like this colorway here. And it is, I gotta look. This makes the cake. And then this is Hedgehog egg yolk. So the yellow was a leftover that I used in contrast. And like, what else am I gonna use Hedgehog egg yolk for? This was so fun. I love these so much. Such a great pattern, easy to knit, intuitive. Again, as Nancy's patterns are, they're just a tiny step up from vanilla. They take the monotony away of a vanilla sock that some people find, but it's enough that you can memorize it easily. You can knit it. I love these. My mom wants a pair of these. So these are Crooked Cube socks, Nancy Wheeler. They were a test knit. They're out on Ravelry, and I love them so much. They're so fun. Again, sorry about the glare in my glasses. These are, I have a special prism in my lenses now that I have, and I can't wear contacts, so I'm stuck with the awful glare. Sorry, I tried to like position it the best that I can, but it is what it is. I just realized I got Adam a Starbucks, and he's downstairs on the treadmill, and it's probably cold now because I didn't bring it down, and he is not coming up because he knows that I'm podcasting. Ha, sorry. Okay, these are my 3 pairs of Christmas socks that I knit this year. The first pair is Jinx Yarn Gingerbread. So this was the sock set. The pink came with it. So Jinx Yarn, I don't think they're dyeing anymore. Gingerbread House. These are so gorgeous. And it's Stellina. I hope you can see that. Yeah, so sparkly, gorgeous. I love them. So fun to knit. Again, a vanilla sock. So I knit these in December. These were part of my summer sock camp ones that I started to knit in the summer, and I finished them I didn't really finish them. They're not like finished, but they're kind of done. The knitting is done, but I have to weave in the ends. This is a Homespun house, Whoville, and again, that random Madeline Tosh contrast color that I was using for heels and cuff. They're coming out a little darker. They're, I really like these. So I'm gonna save these Christmas socks. I'm gonna weave the ends in, and then I'm gonna save them for next Christmas, and I'll have some fresh Christmas socks to wear because this Christmas I wore last year's that I knit in December. So these will be next year's. And my last pair is, it's an oldie, Deep Stash. The 2018 first Advent skein. This shirt is too big. I ordered this shirt and I love it. It said I put my book down to be here, but I ordered it too big because I didn't measure properly. So it's like, it's all over the place. Anyways, these are the 2018 Advent skein from the Cozy Knitter. It's the first Advent skein that she did. I got them and I did not knit them up that year. And they have sat in stash every year since because I've always had an Advent skein. I did not order an Advent skein this year. I didn't treat these like an Advent skein in that I did like a stripe a day, because the color sequence does repeat for my foot length, but I kind of did a stripe a day. And I just went with like a cream contrast. This is just, I think it's Opal, for the contrast heels and cuff. Oh, anyways, so these are done. They actually match like pretty darn perfectly. That's not something that usually matters to me too much, but it is always nice when it works out. So these will get tucked away for next Christmas too. So that is all of my knitting. Well, not all of it, but a fair chunk of it that I have done since I have seen you last. Again, there's a couple other things, but nothing that needs to be shown today. So I have made some purchases since I was here last. Sorry, my lips are really dry. I got this for Christmas. I love mint. It's peppermint lip balm. It came with like a lip overnight mask too, which I really like because my lips are so dry. So, where to start? So if you do not like stash enhancement, or you're just here for the knitting, that is it for the knitting. Thank you for tuning in, and I have missed you guys, and hopefully it won't be so long next time. But I do have some things to show if you want to check out what I have been purchasing. So I told you about the Sucre miniatures that I purchased at the little cookie plate. I also got a sweet little gingerbread house, and I got a cup of, oh gosh, I got a cup of coffee with 2 Christmas cookies on it. So it's so cute. So I didn't use these ones because these took forever to come. So the only Christmas sock that I still had on my needles was the one I showed you. So these will get tucked away for next year. But they're adorable. So that's that. I did have a gift card for our local yarn store that I got last Christmas that I used, and I got a new one for this Christmas. So when I do my heel flapping gussets on my 9-inch circulars, I need 3 stitch markers for every sock, and I always, as you can see, I have a lot of socks on the needles. So I picked up a second set of these. I have the pink and yellow set. These are Catrinkles. I really like these socks. They're just cute little socks. So I keep a bunch of these in my knitting project bag. I have like a little clear container that I got at the dollar store, and I just keep some stitch markers and the progress keepers in there so that I can count my leg repeats. So I picked up those from my local yarn store. I also, with my gift card, this is a new brand to our local yarn store. It's Twisted Willow, hand dyed with love in Canada. I have never heard of this before, but it is gorgeous. So this is the Flower Power colorway, and it is a merino cashmere silk. I have never knit with silk before. So if you have any suggestions, this is DK. It's 246 yards of what this needs to be. I would love to have an idea because I don't know, but it is so soft. So that is the other thing. And then I got myself a ball of Opal because as much as I love hand-dyed yarn, I love Opal too. Like, I wear this to work a lot, and it's machine washable. So this just screamed like Easter eggs to me. So I thought I would save this for the spring and tuck it away to make a pair of socks. So that is from my local yarn shop. Then my Advent. I showed you my Advent skein that I got already, but then remember I said that there was 2 skeins and I didn't really remember. I don't know. Obviously I ordered it, but I don't really remember doing it. And that's the problem sometimes with Advents, because you order them so far in advance that you forget what you get. So this is a deconstructed fade set that came. It is Countdown to Midnight. This is Shirley Bryan yarn. This came with my Advent. Yeah. So that is, don't know. I haven't knit any of the deconstructed fade, I don't think yet. So tuck that away in my stash. Polka Dot Creek had a Pink Friday sale where you could get this little yarn bouquet for $20, and they do vacuum sealed shipping. These are 10-gram minis. They are, some of them are Stellina. these two are Stellina. These two here. So they're sparkly. And the other ones are just regular. And I thought this was so stinking cute. So I don't know what this is gonna be, but I couldn't not get it. So it was a Pink Friday sale, 20 bucks. So cute. I love it. I love these colors. Purples and teals are my jam. So I had to come home with me. I also placed an order with not Polka Dot Creek. That was what I just talked about. Area 51, another Canadian dyer who I love and have knit a lot of. And I had a very minimal Christmas yarn stash and I knit a lot of them this year. So I was kind of on the lookout to replace some. Oh, look at this. This works perfectly because, hello, this is the Caffeinated Cheer colorway by Area 51. So this is based on this, the Starbucks Christmas cup this year. So I thought that was so cute. I do love a Starbucks. So I grabbed that. Anyways, that is hilarious. It is like bang on. Bang on. So that is going in my stash for next Christmas. And I did get the add-on mini with that. And then this one is Countdown, or no, this is I Survived 2023, which barely. So I love the colors. Had to grab that. Okay. Nomadic Yarns is my probably all-time favorite self-striping dyer. I've already said I've been buying Ashley's yarn for years. I love it so much. I did get this one because I wanted to get a Christmas colorway and a fall colorway. And I paid extra to get them gobstoppered because this is my favorite. I don't know why. I just love this so much. It brings me joy. So this is It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Nomadic Yarns. My favorite. I have a whole little like bucket of her gobstopper balls and I hoard them because, again, shipping to Canada is redonkulous. So, and then this one is Midnight Margaritas, and I have plans for this. So I wonder how many of you will know what this is from. It is from Practical Magic. So Midnight Margaritas, Practical Magic is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love it so much. So I ordered, I'm sorry for the crinkle, I ordered this yarn. This is for next fall. I ordered this yarn and I couldn't resist this project bag from, it's my first time purchasing from them. Random Fandom bags. One of my knitty friends has made quite a few purchases from this company and this is my first time, but when I saw this I had to get it because it is Practical Magic. I'm sorry, I'm gonna open it. I'll try and make it quick. Okay, so it is a little tea bag, like, so it's a sock sack, and then look it, I can't, I mean, come on. So it opens up like this. It's a little sock. I can't. Done. I'm dead. Like, come on. Also, this bag is adorable and I love it. And it has, like, if you know the movie at all or the book, it has all the little things from the spell on the bag. So I'm a sucker. So that is that. And Adam Johnston for Christmas, he had a little help, but I sent him this and said, yes, please. I would really love this. This is the Jingle Balls from Rose Hill Yarns. It is a fade set. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 25 gram minis. It is a little out of order right now because it's got a little squished in the bag, but I like this. This is my colors. These are my favorite colors. I love them. Purples, pinks, mints, teals. This is like, this is me. I think I also got, I didn't bring it up. I definitely also got a sock set of this. I definitely did. I know it came. Where'd I put it? Have to find that after. But I definitely got the sock set of this too. So Adam got me this for Christmas with a little help from inspiration from me. So I don't know what this is gonna be. I do have a cowl in mind, but it's gorgeous. So I couldn't resist that. And then why do I keep wanting to say Polka Dot Creek? I keep wanting to say Polka Dot Creek. I already said that. This is not from Polka Dot Creek. This is from Yellow Petal Handmade, which I have several of her projects bags. This is, she did a sale. This was a Rifle Paper Co. Christmas bag. So I couldn't resist. I don't have a ton of Christmas bags. So, such a sweet print. And it's just so, these bags are like amazing. And I am very into the vintage Santas. So I am going to tuck that away in my Christmas little basket for next year. And then the last thing that I ordered, yeah, I ordered 2 mystery skein bundles from Hedgehog. These were on sale. Like, I can't remember what the sale was, but these were on sale. They were mystery bundles, potluck bundles. I want to say they were like 20 or 25% off. I could be totally misspeaking. I know they were on a significant sale, and that is how I justified purchasing them, because it's not something I would normally purchase without a sale, because again, shipping to Canada through nobody's faults is just ridiculous. So I ordered 2 of them. The first one, excuse me. The first one that I ordered had a merino DK, a sock yarn, and then a kid silk lace. So again, love these colors, so gorgeous. These are all just called potluck. There's no colorway name. They just are called potluck sale. So that is the first set that I ordered. I don't know where this came from. It must have come from it too. Oh, I know where this came from. I ordered it separately. Lavender Field. Because I'm in my Taylor Swift era. Not really, but I saw the Eras tour, and then I got a little brainwashed because I did like Taylor Swift when she first came out, and then I have kind of backed away. But then when I saw that concert in the theaters, I was like, oh my God, this is really good. So I think this was like in the like Taylor brainwashing. And it's really cute and I love it. So I did order this separately. I forgot about that. That's where that came from. The other bundle set that I ordered is another one with a merino DK, a sock yarn, a skinny singles, and then this one came with a mini set. So again, these are all just potluck colorways, which I always love being surprised by Hedgehog. I've ordered their sock club a bunch of times before, and I love Hedgehog so much. So I'm always happy with their colorway, because sometimes you get something unexpected like this, which I would never have normally purchased this, but I look at how perfect this is. So sometimes you just got to go with the surprise. Some people do not go for a surprise. I like Hedgehog enough to know that I will be happy with whatever they send me. So anyways, that is it. There is more, but there's only so much you can show. These are the highlights. yeah, I think that's it. I have been reading, but I haven't been reading as much in the later part of the year. I've been having a lot of migraines, so I haven't been reading as much. And the books that I have read or listened to, like, none of them were like, holy smokes, I gotta tell you about those. I have read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I'm almost done, by Rebecca Yarros, which I already told you about. They're both very good. Fantasy, a little bit of some spicy scenes. Very good books. I enjoyed them thoroughly. I did read on Kindle Unlimited the Chestnut Springs series, Powerless, Flawless, Heartless, and Reckless by Elsie Silver. Those are some spicy books, and they were enjoyable. I liked them. If you were looking for maybe a little bit of a mindless, spicy book, I like to read everything. I'm all over the place. I read historical fiction. I read spicy books. I read nonfiction, thrillers. I read everything. So I like to keep it depending on what I'm interested in. And then I did read One True Love by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really like her as an author, so I enjoyed that one. And it made you think about what you would do, because a woman is married, her husband is in an accident and dies, is declared dead. She eventually she's devastated, she moves on with her life, and she eventually falls in love with somebody else. And then they discover that her husband is not dead. And it is like what do you do with your life now? You have two people that you love, and it talks about that. It was really good. And then the other one that I read that was a little bit weird, but I think I liked it. I liked it, but it was different, is Only One Left by Riley Seeger. It was my first book by her, and I listened to it. It was an audiobook that I listened to, and it was enjoyable. The ending was really good, but I don't know. I'm still like thinking about it a little bit. It was different. Had some twists. I did like that. And then my book club book for this month is Divine Rivals. I haven't started it yet. It is the 8th today. And our meeting is on the 25th, but it's only like 370 pages, I think. So I'm going to download that today and hopefully finish Iron Flame and start that, because Adam is actually home this month, and so I get to go to book club. So I want to finish it and go, because I don't always have the opportunity when he's not home. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I know it's been a while. I hope that it is not so long next time. I've missed everybody and chatting. I'm still catching up on Vlogmas because I got really behind in December. I was really focused on making those Christmas gifts, and I had to think about it a lot with like some of the stuff I was making. So I got behind on Vlogmas. I am catching up with Nancy from Knit Sip Happy and Amanda from Sweet Skein of Mine. Those were my two that I loved watching. I also watched Kay Litton from The Crazy Sock Lady, Sandy by the Lakeside. I've only seen like a couple days of hers. I'm so behind, but I am gonna catch up on Vlogmas of all my normals that I normally watch. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will chat with you hopefully not in 4 months. See you later. Bye.